15-minute arm series utilizing our reformer. So if you're ready, we're going to start with our springs set to either a white or a blue. White is lighter, blue is heavier for the Marathon reformers. If you're using a balanced body reformer, you could use a yellow, which is lighter, or a blue, which is a little bit heavier. And you can always change your spring setting as you need to throughout the variations. But for the most part, I'm going to pretty much keep it on the same spring throughout all these variations. But feel free to adjust if it's too heavy or too light, either white and a blue or yellow or a blue. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start off on a blue. I'm going to bring my feet together just slightly between my shoulder rests and my knees apart into a triangle. I'm going to grab a hold of my hand straps and then carefully stand up tall onto your knees with your arms right down by your sides, palms facing forward. So all of this work is going to be done kneeling. It is a slightly precarious position to be in. If you're not used to being in this position, you can always put the short box on and do these exercises seated or just sit crisscross applesauce. But do be careful because it's really easy to lose your balance in these positions. Okay. So arms by your sides, palms facing forward. We've got our glutes tight and our abs tight. From this position, lift your arms up to shoulder height, taking an exhale. Inhales to bring the arms back down, stopping right in line with the side of the leg. And again, exhales lifting the arms up to about shoulder height. Inhales coming back down, stopping right in line with the sides of the legs. So we want to focus on working just as hard on the way up, just as hard on the way down, so that we're not losing any tension in our straps, no slack. And we're working both on the concentric and eccentric phase of the muscle contraction. On the next one, we'll keep those arms lifted up about shoulder height hold. I really like to reach those fingers nice and long, open hand grip, help to take some of the work out of your forearm muscles and put it into your biceps and shoulders. Make sure the belly is tight. We're not standing with this anterior or posterior tilts. Nice neutral spine. Let's begin to draw little circles from the shoulder joint, roughly about the size of a softball. So the carriage is going to be moving a little bit. Keep breathing. And then we'll reverse these circles. Continue to reach forward as you're drawing those circles so that you're still moving from your shoulders and not from your elbows yet. And coming up, you're going to bend your elbows, bring them in right next to your waist, palms of the hands flat to the ceiling. Exhales to extend the arms forward in front of you. Again, inhale, bend the elbows in. Exhales, reach the arms forward. Keep checking in with those glutes, checking in with those abs. Stay present, don't zone out, you don't want to fall forward. 2 more here. Nice flat palms facing the ceiling. Next time, keep the arms extended forward in front of you. From this position, rotate the palms of your hands to face in towards you with your thumbs facing up towards the ceiling. The elbows are slightly rounded. They're going to open out to the side to create a nice long line. And then exhale, bring the arms back in front. So we're doing some chest flies here. Inhale as you open the arms. Exhale as you close the arms. Remember, you can raise and lower your weight throughout the exercises if it's too heavy or too light. I'm pretty much going to stick to my glute spring the entire time here. Be careful that your arms are not going behind you. That's usually the biggest mistake. You want to stop them right in line and then come forward again. Let's do 2 more here. Knitting those ribs together with your exhales. Then we're going to open those arms out to the side. From this position, lift the arms all the way up overhead. Bring your fingertips to touch. Biceps are going to come back in line with the ears. We're going to stay completely upright. Do not lean forward. Take an inhale as you bend your elbows. Bring your forearms parallel to the ceiling. And then exhale as reach the arms straight back up to the ceiling. The main muscular focus for this exercise is our triceps. But we need to pay a special attention to our glutes and abs so that we're not going to lose our balance and stumble forward. So this one really feels quite a bit like a full body integration exercise. Lots of core to keep us tall. 2 more there. And then reaching those arms all the way back up. Soften the elbows a little bit, bring them down slightly in front of the midline of your body. And I like to finish with 5 more chest flies here. Inhale as you are opening your arms. Exhale as you knit those ribs together. Last 3. Take your time. Long arms. They're almost straight, but not quite. Last 2. And then our last one here. Perfect. All right. Gently sit your hips to your heels. You can hang up your straps around your blocks for a moment. Then we're going to turn sideways on the reformer to do our kneeling side arm series. So we'll start about 1 or 2 inches away from the shoulder rest, not too close. And then same thing with the front of the reformer. It'd be about 1 or 2 inches from the edge of the carriage. Knees just about as wide as your hips. And then we're going to take the strap into our outside hand. Your free hand's going to come onto your hips. You're going to lift your chest, make sure your shoulders and hips are level to begin. And we'll start with Saturday Night Fever. So lift your elbow up to shoulder height first. Extend the rest of the arm out so that your hand is about the height of your head. Bend the elbow and bring the hand back down to the hand that is on your hip. Again, exhale, lift the elbow up shoulder height. Extend the rest of the arm across to about the height of your head. And bend the elbow and bring it back down to your hand that's on your hip. We're going to do 8 of these. So this is number 3. Here we go. We're going to try to do 8 of everything. Hopefully I can keep count and keep you guys at the same time. We'll see. This is 4. Nice, strong, straight wrist, especially from this position. You want to fully extend without turning your wrist or doing something weird. Keep those knuckles leading the way out. I believe this is 6. Take your time. Ears back over those shoulders, abs tight. This is 8 here. Good, all right, bringing that arm down, you're gonna switch hands, stay facing the same way. Just scoot away from the blocks a little bit more. You're gonna extend the arms out to the side into a long, almost like a chest fly position with your palms facing the ceiling. Exhale as you lift your arms up for hug the moon. Inhale as you open the arms back out to the side. You should just barely lose spring tension. And then again, exhale, lift the arms back up. And inhale to open the arms back out. So again, we're going to do 8 of these. It's really important that you're staying engaged through the muscles on the side of your body that are directly dealing with the strap. So your obliques, your shoulders, your lats. That's where your breathing comes into play. We've got 4 more. Last 3. Feel that you're not letting your hips lean towards one side. Keep even weight distributed through those legs. On this 8th one here, interlace your fingertips overhead. 8 times, you're gonna lower your arms down just to chest height. And then exhale, lift the arms back up overhead. Inhale down to chest height. Exhales up. If it's too heavy, you can scoot closer to your head rest rather than changing the spring completely unless you need to. Again, I'm still on that blue spring. I have not changed it. Make sure your hands are traveling straight down the center of your nose. I believe we have 2 more. If you're able to count at home, make sure you do 8 of everything. This one, we're gonna stop our arms at chest height, still keeping your fingertips interlaced. We're gonna do 8 rotations towards the foot bar. Inhales to come back to your neutral starting point. Exhales, twist. Inhales to return. So our goal is to keep our hips frozen in space while our upper body turns. Keep your hands centered with your sternum. And your hands also centered with your nose. So your head is going with you the appropriate distance. I believe I've got 1 more. All right, good. Moving on to semi-4. You're gonna scoot as far out towards the foot bar as possible. You're gonna have the knee closest to the foot bar, like right at the edge of the carriage. Then the other knee is gonna separate a decent amount. So you're gonna have a wide stance here. You just want the leg closest to the foot bar, like right at the edge of the carriage. You're gonna take the strap into your outside hand, so the hand that's closest to the foot bar. Your free hand's gonna come onto your front shoulder rest. You're gonna bend your spine sideways and come into this position. The biggest issue on this is usually people break at the hips and send their hips backwards. Do the best you can to keep your hips coming forward in this position. Once you've established that, then you want your elbow to be right on top of your shoulder with your forearm starting parallel to the ceiling. From here, you're just gonna extend the arms straight. Inhale as you bend your elbow. Exhale as you reach the arm straight. So again, we're gonna do 8 of these. This is 3. You should feel this in your tricep a lot. It's one of my favorite exercises. And then check in with your supporting arm down here. Make sure it's not like sinking or hyperextending into the elbow or shoulder joint. I think this is 6. Let's do 2 more. 7. And our 8th one. All right, good. Coming up from there, keep that strap. Bring both of your knees to your shoulder blocks. One knee to each shoulder rest. You're gonna take the rope and hold just slightly above the metal clasp with the hand that was just doing that semi-4 exercise. Start with your straight arm in line with the side of your leg. Your free hand's just gonna come onto your hip. We're gonna make sure that we're neutral with our pelvis, not spilling forwards or backwards. Don't forget about that. Now from here, 8 times, reach back with a straight arm and stop in line with the side of the leg. Exhale, reach straight back. Inhale to the side of the leg. So if someone was at home watching you do this exercise from the side view like you guys are watching me, your shoulders would be completely in line with each other. So hopefully you can only see one of my shoulders right now. And once you've done 8 of those, you're gonna keep that same strap, but you're gonna switch hands. So now I'm gonna hold up a little bit higher on the rope with my other hand. So it's starting slightly, my torso is starting slightly rotated now towards the pulley, and my other arm is gonna be on my hip. 8 times, I'm gonna rotate, take a little rotation through the ribs and shoulders, and then inhale as I come back to a straight arm position, reaching slightly down towards the pulley. Exhale, twist the spine, twist the ribs, hands under the armpit, and then inhale as you come back. So 8 of these. Squeeze those glutes. Do your best to keep them pretty still, but if they're moving a little bit, it's quite okay, because we're asking for quite a big rotation from the spine here. This is 4. And this is 5. Exhale, 6. Turn your head with you. 7. And 8. Perfect. All right, you can ditch that strap because we don't need it anymore. We're gonna repeat everything on the other side. So you're gonna be about 1 or 2 inches away from your shoulder rest. Same thing with your knees from the front edge of the carriage, and your knees are gonna be just about hip width. Take your strap into your outside hand, and your free hand comes onto your hip. 8 Saturday Night Fevers. Exhale, lift the elbow to shoulder height. Once your elbows achieve shoulder height, it stays there as you extend the rest of the arm out. Bend the elbow, still keeping it at shoulder height, and then come back down to your hand that's on your hip. 8 times. Keep your wrist fused with your forearm. Knuckles leading the way out. This is 4. Even weight distributed through the knees. And taking our time. So 6. We're just as hard on the way up, just as hard on the way down. Last one. Okay, you're gonna switch hands. So your hand closest to the headrest holds the strap. Scoot away from the shoulder rest a little bit more. And then open your arms out to the sides, palms of the hands facing the ceiling. Slight bend in the elbows. 8 times, lift the arms up for hug the moon. Inhale as you open your arms out to the side. You should just barely lose spring tension. And then exhales, lift the arms up again. Inhales, open the arms out wide to the side. So the reason that I love all this kneeling arm work is because it's so much more than just an arm exercise. It requires a lot of work in the abs to stabilize the spine against all these crazy movements. I believe we have 2 more here. Move at your own speed though. On the 8th one, interlace your fingertips overhead. 8 times we lower arms down just to chest height, and then exhales to come back up overhead. Inhale, exhale, lift. Take your time. Coming through the arms with the body as you lift up the arms. Staying forward with your shoulders over your hips and your hips over your knees. I think this is the last one. We'll be stopping our arms here at shoulder height, and then 8 times rotating the spine towards the foot bar. Inhale to come back to your starting point. Exhale, twist. Inhales to return. Your arms only turn as much as your spine turns, so be careful that you're not just swinging the arms around. Let's do 1 more. All right, and then our last one here for the sideways one is the semi-4. Scoot your knee closest to the foot bar, right to the edge of the carriage. Take a generous stance with your knees, especially if your spine is a little bit stiffer and you can't bend into this position quite as well. You're gonna have your free hand on the headrest. You're gonna stack your elbow on top of your shoulder. Push your hips forward as much as you can and then look straight ahead. Exhale, reach the arm up to the ceiling, straight. Inhale, bend the elbow, stop your forearm parallel to the ceiling. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, bend. And again, exhale, reach. You should be able to see your arm in your peripheral vision. If you cannot, it's too far behind you, bring it further in front of you. Your supporting arm is straight but not hyperextended or locked out. 2 more. Now this strap is going to stay with us for these last 2. You're going to keep the strap in your same hand. Bring both of your knees to their respective shoulder rests. Hold the rope just above the metal clasp, and then take your arm and bring it in line with your leg, palm facing you. Free hand comes onto the hip. Stack your joints all up from the side. 8 times, reach your arm straight back behind you. Inhale, stop in line with the side of the leg, and exhales, reach back, and inhale to the side of the leg. Keep the core and the glutes engaged, and stay focused. No twisting, that's next. Right now we're trying to stay completely still. Last 2. And your last time. Okay, switch hands. Keep the same strap. Hold a little bit higher onto the rope so you can get adequate range of motion. Start slightly rotated towards the pulley and bring your free hand to your hip. Exhale as you rotate your spine. Bring your hand under your armpit here and turn your head. Inhale as you come back to your starting point. Exhale, twist. Inhale, return. And again. It's okay if the hips move a little bit with you. We've got 2 more here. Good rotation of the spine. And last time. All right, good. You can ditch that strap. We are all done with that. Hope you guys feel great. That is my arm workout for you guys, my quick and dirty kneeling arms. I hope everyone's feeling nice and strong. Please like this video, comment below, share it to a friend who has a reformer who might enjoy this video as well. And be sure to click on the I to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can see what videos get released first. See you guys next time.